And we are back, and we just finished watching 2021's The Suicide Squad, the eagerly anticipated new release from James Gunn. It clocks in at 2 hours and 12 minutes. It is rated R. There is a ton of violence and a ton of cursing. This is not for the little ones. This is definitely not for the little ones. But still a fun movie. We have lax parenting skills in our house, so we allowed our 12 and 9-year-old to watch it. And what's the verdict, kids?
It was great.
I love it.
I laughed so hard that my head started hurting.
Yes, there is a lot of that. This is everything that you've heard about this movie is absolutely on the money. It is a feast for the eyes. It is a treat for the ears. And it's just such a fun journey from where it starts to where it ends. Everyone does just a bang-up job with all their characters. And by the end of the film, you just have a soft spot for everybody. And it's funny because even though this is a large ensemble piece, I feel like everyone has a little bit to shine here, so that when you do lose those characters, it sort of means something.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler to say that people die.
James Gunn has basically said,
there's
don't
a reason
get attached.
The reason the tagline is don't get attached. Their characters do die. We're not going to tell you who, in case you feel like placing some bets.
Yes.
Like the people do in the movie.
That's true. I forgot about that in the beginning.
But yeah, don't get attached. And sometimes that's hard because you're like, oh, I really like that one.
Yeah, I was really rooting for this one to get off the island.
Sebastian!
Yes, Sebastian is a big favorite.
I love Sebastian too. I also
is Sebastian your favorite character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If something had happened to Sebastian, we would have gone to Riot in the Streets.
Don't give away spoilers.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Sebastian may have died or may not have died. We will not say either way.
Okay, fair enough. Gee, did you have a favorite character?
I liked Cleo and Harley.
Cleo and Harley. Okay. Did you have a favorite scene?
I liked when Harley killed all those guys.
Yes, that was excellent. She really had a really defining moment there, right?
Yeah. When she's talking to him.
I'm gonna out myself and say I've not seen the first Suicide Squad from start to finish. I've caught bits and pieces of it.
It's not really the greatest movie.
I've heard. I heard that from you, actually. That's why I've never really got on board with that film. But I think just from the bits and pieces that I did see, and not to get off on too much of a tangent, but it seemed like that film was more a vehicle for, I guess, licensing and merchandise of Harley Quinn stuff, because then she wound up having the Emancipation of Harley Quinn movie, I guess.
Yeah, I think that spawned off of that, or like everybody seemed to have, from what I remember, people had high hopes for the Suicide Squad, the first one, so much that like what's her name, Margot Robbie, actually I think optioned the deal to help create this or help produce the Harley Quinn solo film, which also was not good.
I thought it was kind of good.
It's all right.
Margot Robbie's good in the role, but as far as the character of Harley Quinn, I feel like she is best served in a film like this, where she is not the focal point.
Focal point, yes.
And she has strong character moments and whatnot, but like I said, she's not the focal point, and you won't get tired of her act.
Yes.
Because it's always present, this sort of like over the top character, and it's like having she's like Kramer. Exactly. She's like if you can't have a show, character. You can't have the reason that
like Batman in the Lego movie, but
exactly.
Yeah, like Batman was awesome in the Lego movie, but the Batman Lego movie was just terrible. Too much. It was like you can't rely on a character like that to carry the entire film. They need to be the side character where they come in, they do their shtick, and then they head out, and everybody else gets going. And this
Costanza understood that point.
Exactly.
Remember, leave on a high note.
On your high note. So this was perfect.
Yes,
I agree. This was perfect. And as far as the first Suicide Squad movie goes, she really wasn't the main problem with that. It was, you could see, and apparently this was bared out by the director himself. There was clearly a lot of studio interference.
Sure.
There was clearly an edict where they were like, okay, you did a good job, but it's not close enough to Guardians of the Galaxy. Right. We're going to put in some more. We're going to put in some more songs. We're going to cut some scenes around these songs specifically, and it's not really going to make any sense. But who cares?
Right.
It's corporate synergy. So,
well, it's interesting that they wound up getting James Gunn to make this.
Honestly, when that whole nightmare went down with him getting booted from Disney for that short period of time,
non-issue.
That was probably the Warner Brothers executives going, yes, this is the best. Now we could actually get him to do this movie.
Yeah.
Instead of just pretending or aping James Gunn's style.
We get James Gunn. And James Gunn delivered.
And he delivered. He knocked it out of the park.
He knocked it out of the park. This is not like it. It's true. I mean, I'm sure people, well, I don't know. I'm sure people see reviews and read them, and everything that you've read about this movie is true. It is not like any action movie you've ever seen, or action superhero. Or I mean, they're not even superheroes; they're supervillains, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's not like anything you haven't seen before, because
but not in the comic book.
It's sort of like the team. James Gunn's good at that. The Guardians of the Galaxy was a great team.
He's great
movie.
At that, but previous
this
to
was.
This,
I feel like this was more. There was definitely more artistic license taken with this.
Absolutely.
Than say with Guardians.
Yeah.
With the title cards and
just the unbelievable cursing.
Yes. You're not going to get, I mean, you're not going to see this level of profanity or gore.
Yes.
There was gore in this. Like, people were like
being mutilated
half their heads
by
cut
bullets.
off, torn in half, eaten. Yeah. Everything you can imagine.
Shark tore that guy in half.
Oh, yeah. That was funny.
That was amazing.
I saw some of his ribcage.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
A lot of his ribcage.
Yeah. And a lot of blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like if James Gunn got to do Guardians as a profanity-laden R-rated movie,
this would have been something similar.
It would have been something like this.
Yeah.
And there was like a lot of artistic flourishes, like that Harley fight scene where, like towards the end, there was just like flowers and weird cartoons going around, and that like worked for that moment, you know. And also, Polka-Dot Man and his mom. I mean, that was fantastic.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Remember the starfish?
Yeah.
He's like, that's your mother?
That's your mother.
And he looks and it's her. That was brilliant. Well, my favorite, okay. So one of my favorite scenes was with Polka-Dot Man in the nightclub where he's dancing surrounded by different versions of his mother.
And then that fat man.
That fat man was his mother.
With the beard. Yes.
These are some broken people.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. I mean, there is really nothing to pick apart here. I mean, this is another example of a fun summer movie. I mean, if we were living in normal times, this would absolutely be just crushing it at the box office. Unfortunately, I may be speaking out of turn, but I think we're going to approach lockdown status fairly quickly.
God, if all these stupid people just would put freaking their masks on.
But kudos to everybody involved in this production. James Gunn, we thank you for keeping the troops entertained. And HBO Max for releasing it the night before.
Yeah, that was very nice.
That was very nice.
A pleasant surprise.
Pleasant surprise. Very much needed after a very frustrating work week. So thank you. And just, if you haven't seen it, if you're a brave soul, if you're vaccinated, if you can keep a mask on your face and you'd like to venture out into the great big beyond, go check out Suicide Squad. It's currently in theaters. But if you are lazy like us and just like to stay at home,
don't want to go outside,
and
fearful,
and honestly, all the best snacks are here. Although we probably have to do a snack run soon. But it's also streaming on HBO Max until September 5th. So get in on that. You've got about a month. Yeah, you got about a month to get in on that. And you won't be disappointed. Again, this is not for small children.
Yeah, not for
I
little,
cannot
little
stress
kids.
that enough.
I mean,
this is not for small children.
Olive's 9, but we've let her see some stuff,
ridiculous things.
And this was in her tolerance level. She's seen some stuff that
she had to walk away from,
warped her, and she didn't want nothing to do with it. Yeah. But I think this didn't reach that level.
But this is like exaggerated.
This
violence.
Was more exaggerated,
right? And tons of humor. So I think kid too could sit through.
Yeah, people exploding.
Did you have a favorite character in this? I forgot to ask.
God, there's like a bevy to choose from. I loved King Shark. He was adorable, even though he was devouring people. I loved Ratcatcher.
Yeah. Yes, Ratcatcher 2. Don't forget.
Right. And Ratcatcher 1.
Idris Elba was great as Bloodsport. John Cena was great. He was hilarious. What's his name? Dastmalchian? Polka-Dot Man.
I just know. Yeah, I only know Dot.
Polka-Dot Man. I don't know what his real name was.
I'm sorry if I mutilated your name.
Oh, the guy from the guy in Ant-Man.
The guy that was from Ant-Man 2,
Which I didn't even know that was him.
You didn't? His face is recognizable.
He had a small part, but made the most of it.
And just really well done.
So
nice
many
character.
Like fun cameos from some James Gunn regulars like
Michael
Rooker and Billion.
His brother's in this, but who was his brother?
His brother. I think his brother. His brother always does like the body for so I'm pretty sure his brother was Weasel, but his brother, you actually saw his brother in a scene where they were in the prison and there was like that guy who had like something like days on his head.
Yes.
Yeah, he had like a minute blink and you miss it cameo where he yells at somebody.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
He yelled at Polka-Dot Man.
He yelled at Polka-Dot.
Yes, he yelled at Polka-Dot Man.
Thought that might have been him, but I wasn't sure. It sounded like he's got a very distinct voice. That's the only reason. He's got kind of like a little hidden southern thing going on.
I think for that character, I mean, there were so many good characters, but if I had to choose a favorite, it's tough. It's got to be either between Bloodsport or Ratcatcher.
Oh my God, get out of my head. I was going to say, I can't choose. Those are my two favorite characters in this piece.
They were like the heart of the movie.
The rat!
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, and of course...
Sebastian
the rat, the greatest rat. Very
polite.
That
ever lived.
Very polite rat.
Very polite rat.
With his is that rat waving at me?
Not like that dog from Wellington Paranormal who was very rude.
He was very rude.
I think an episode came out.
Yes. Oh yeah, we gotta watch it. Yes, if you're also fiending for TV, we highly recommend Wellington Paranormal, which is hilarious.
Also on HBO Max.
Also on HBO Max. Did I ask you, G, a favorite character?
I said it was tied between Harley and Cleo.
And Cleo, that's right. And your favorite scene was
when Harley killed all those guys.
Right.
Did you have a favorite scene, Olive?
Did you have a favorite scene, Olive?
With with the rats when they were all swarming.
All right. Okay.
Oh, the millions of rats. Yes. They show that in the commercial. So yeah, you see it.
It was an ocean.
It was like an ocean.
That was quite a lot of rats.
And you said your favorite guy was Sebastian.
Yes.
He was so cute. He was so cute. I still don't want a rat in this house, though. I'm sorry, girl. Plus, we have this dumb cat. What are we gonna do? The cat will eat the rat.
Did somebody throw water at this cat? His head's wet.
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't. Might have got to my water.
There's a mystery. All right.
You might have got
Maybe we should wrap this up and figure out why this stupid cat's head is all wet.
I don't know.
You might have got to my water.
Or he dunked it in his own water bowl.
Oh, who knows? I mean, he's dumb enough to do that. But scale of 1 to 10, Gigi. 1 to 10, what do you give us?
I really like this movie, so 8.75.
8.75. What about you, Oli?
9.
9.
I'd give it a 9.
I too would give it a 9. fantastic.
Start this is a lot of fun.
This was
You're
a ton of fun. You're not going to regret watching this. If you want to go to the theater and pay that cash and sit and have just a feast for the eyes for 2 hours and 12 minutes, I we all highly recommend The Suicide Squad, playing right now at the local cinema. Also, if you have a subscription to HBO Max, check it out. You're already paying for it monthly, so you might as well get in on that. And thank you to James Gunn and the studio for releasing this,
and all the actors
and crew, and just fantastic job. And again, thank you for just telling these fun stories. This is a summer treat. Again, not for the little ones. I know a lot of people think that this is based on comic books, so this is kid friendly.
Yeah, it's rated R for a reason.
It is rated R for a reason. Exactly. There is a ton of gore and naughty words.
Yes, a lot of effort.
A lot.
Even King Shark said it.
Yes.
He just wants a friend.
Oh.
And also, like, the bus guy.
The bus guy?
The bus guy.
Milton?
Oh.
Like, Milton, he was...
So we're gonna not try to give too many spoilers, so we should probably wrap this up.
Yes. Okay.
So that's it from us. Definitely, we cannot say enough about how good this movie was. Just go check it out. If you are over 10, 12. Parents, use your discretion. There's a lot of cursing and there's a lot of gore.
You know your kids, and you know what they could tolerate. This isn't. I mean, it's gory. It's not like
Saw or
it's not
Hostel.
It's not like Saw or
Hostel.
Yeah, it's not like that. But there's definitely some people getting cut up.
Yeah, but it's exaggerated violence.
It's exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it's.
Anyway.
All right. That's it from us. We will bid you all a good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.